Dickens's Great Expectations setting, plot, themes, literary devices, critical analysis, and summary. Summary Great Expectations is a classic coming-of-age novel by Charles Dickens, published in 1861. The story follows the life of an orphan named Pip, who lives with his abusive sister and kind brother-in-law, Joe Gargery, a blacksmith. Pip's life takes a dramatic turn when he encounters an escaped convict, Magwitch, and is forced to steal food and a file for him. Later, Pip is introduced to the wealthy and eccentric Miss Havisham and her adopted daughter, Estella. Miss Havisham, heartbroken from a past betrayal, raises Estella to break men's hearts. Pip becomes infatuated with Estella and desires a life of wealth and sophistication. As Pip grows older, he receives a mysterious inheritance, allowing him to move to London and become a gentleman. He neglects his humble origins and the people who care for him, including Joe and his kind-hearted friend Biddy. Pip's life becomes increasingly complicated as he navigates the complexities of social class, love, and betrayal. He eventually discovers that his benefactor is Magwitch, the convict he once helped. The novel explores themes of social class, love, betrayal, and redemption. It is a tale of transformation as Pip learns the true meaning of happiness and the importance of human connection. Through his experiences, Pip realizes that wealth and social status do not bring true fulfillment. Instead, it is the love and loyalty of his friends and family that ultimately matter most. Great Expectations is a coming-of-age story that follows the life of Pip, an orphan boy living in the marshes of Kent, England. The novel is divided into 3 distinct parts. Part 1. Pip's childhood. Introduction to Pip. The novel opens with a young Pip living with his abusive sister, Mrs. Joe Gargery, and her kind husband, Joe. Encounter with Magwitch. Pip has a terrifying encounter with an escaped convict, Magwitch, who forces him to steal food and a file. Introduction to Miss Havisham and Estella. Pip is introduced to the wealthy and eccentric Miss Havisham and her adopted daughter, Estella. Miss Havisham, heartbroken from a past betrayal, raises Estella to break men's hearts. Pip's desire for social advancement. Pip becomes infatuated with Estella and develops a desire to become a gentleman, driven by his ambition and the influence of Miss Havisham. Part 2. Pip's rise to gentlemanhood. Mysterious benefactor. Pip receives a mysterious inheritance, allowing him to move to London and become a gentleman. Neglect of old friends. Pip neglects his humble origins and the people who care for him, including Joe and Biddy. Life in London. Pip experiences the glamorous and corrupting aspects of high society, struggling to reconcile his new life with his past. Discovery of the benefactor. Pip eventually discovers that his benefactor is Magwitch, the convict he once helped. Part 3. Redemption and resolution. Magwitch's illness. Magwitch falls ill and is imprisoned. Pip's moral awakening. Pip realizes the errors of his ways and the true value of human connection. Reconciliation with Joe and Biddy. Pip returns to the marshes and reconciles with Joe and Biddy. Magwitch's death and Pip's inheritance. Magwitch dies, leaving Pip a small inheritance. Estella's return. Estella returns, now a widow, and shows signs of remorse for her past actions. A hopeful ending. The novel concludes on a hopeful note, suggesting the possibility of happiness for Pip and Estella. Setting analysis of Great Expectations. The setting of Great Expectations plays a crucial role in shaping the characters and themes of the novel. Dickens skillfully utilizes 2 contrasting settings: the bleak marshes of Kent and the bustling metropolis of London. The marshes of Kent. Symbolism. The marshes symbolize isolation, stagnation, and the harsh realities of life for the working class. Character development. The harsh environment of the marshes shapes Pip's character, making him resilient and resourceful. Atmosphere. The desolate and mysterious atmosphere of the marshes contributes to the Gothic elements of the novel. London. Symbolism. London represents wealth, power, and the corrupting influence of society. Character development. Pip's exposure to the upper class in London leads to his transformation and disillusionment. Atmosphere. The bustling and chaotic atmosphere of London contrasts with the tranquility of the marshes, highlighting the stark differences between social classes. By contrasting these two settings, Dickens effectively explores themes of social class, ambition, and the corrupting influence of wealth. 15 themes in Great Expectations with detailed explanations and quotation analysis. 1. Social class and status. Explanation. Dickens explores the rigid social hierarchy of 19th century England, highlighting the disparities between classes and their impact on individuals. Quotation. I thought it would be so pleasant to be a gentleman, to have a great deal of money, and to be able to do whatever I liked. Analysis. Pip's desire for social advancement drives the narrative, revealing the power of societal expectations and the limitations they impose. 2. Ambition and self-improvement. Explanation. The novel delves into the complexities of ambition and the pursuit of personal goals, often at the expense of others. Quotation. I thought it would be so pleasant to be a gentleman, to have a great deal of money, and to be able to do whatever I liked. Analysis. Pip's ambition to become a gentleman leads him to neglect his true friends and values, highlighting the dangers of unchecked ambition. 3. Love and betrayal. Explanation. The novel examines the nature of love, both romantic and familial, as well as the devastating consequences of betrayal. Quotation. She had begun to care for me and to care for me truly. Analysis. Pip's love for Estella, though unrequited, shapes his actions and decisions, ultimately leading to disappointment and disillusionment. 4. Guilt and redemption. Explanation. Dickens explores the complex emotions of guilt and the potential for redemption through self-reflection and moral growth. Quotation. I had begun to think that the time was come for me to turn my thoughts to the way in which I could best use my power. Analysis. As Pip grapples with the consequences of his actions, he begins to understand the importance of humility and compassion. Fifth appearance versus reality. Explanation. The novel challenges the notion of appearances, emphasizing the importance of looking beyond superficiality. Quotation. Miss Havisham's face was white, and her figure was enveloped in a fine network of crape. Her head was bowed, and she sat motionless. Analysis. Miss Havisham's eccentric appearance reflects her inner turmoil and her inability to move on from the past. 6. Expectations and disillusionment. Explanation. The novel explores the theme of expectations and the inevitable disappointment that often follows. Quotation. My expectations were dashed to the ground, and my heart was broken. Analysis. Pip's shattered expectations lead him to a period of despair and self-doubt, highlighting the fragility of hope and the importance of realistic expectations. 7. The corrupting influence of wealth. Explanation. Dickens critiques the negative impact of wealth and social status on individuals and society. Quotation. I had begun to be ashamed of my hands and to despise my trade. Analysis. Pip's newfound wealth and social status lead him to reject his working-class roots, demonstrating the corrupting influence of material possessions. 8. The power of human connection. Explanation. The novel celebrates the enduring power of human connection and the importance of genuine relationships. Quotation. Joe was more to me than ever. Analysis. Despite Pip's social advancement, his bond with Joe remains strong, highlighting the enduring nature of true friendship. 9. The importance of humility. Explanation. The novel emphasizes the value of humility and the dangers of pride. Quotation. I had been brought up by hand. Analysis. Pip's humble upbringing shapes his character and allows him to appreciate the simple joys of life. The role of fate and free will. Explanation. The novel explores the tension between fate and free will, questioning the extent to which our lives are predetermined. Quotation: My destiny was on the way to me. Analysis: Pip's encounters with various characters and circumstances shape his destiny, raising questions about the role of chance and choice. 11. The nature of good and evil. Explanation: The novel delves into the complexities of human nature, exploring the duality of good and evil. Quotation: He was a man who had suffered much and who was deeply and bitterly disappointed. Analysis: Magwitch's character is complex, demonstrating that even the most hardened criminals are capable of redemption. 12. The power of forgiveness. Explanation: The novel highlights the transformative power of forgiveness and the importance of letting go of resentment. Quotation: I forgave him everything. Analysis: Pip's willingness to forgive Magwitch demonstrates the power of compassion and understanding. 13. The importance of self-awareness. Explanation: The novel encourages self-reflection and the importance of understanding one's own strengths and weaknesses. Quotation: I had begun to learn that the common course of events was best. Analysis: Pip's journey of self-discovery leads him to a greater understanding of himself and his place in the world. 14. The value of hard work and perseverance. Explanation: The novel celebrates the value of hard work and perseverance in achieving one's goals. Quotation: I worked steadily at my book and got on well. Analysis: Pip's dedication to his studies demonstrates the importance of hard work and the rewards it can bring. 15. The power of hope. Explanation: The novel explores the power of hope and the human capacity for resilience. Quotation: I hoped. Analysis: Despite facing numerous challenges, Pip's unwavering hope allows him to overcome adversity and find happiness. 1. Foreshadowing, a literary device used to hint at future events in a story. Example: I thought it would be so pleasant to be a gentleman, to have a great deal of money, and to be able to do whatever I liked. Analysis: This early expression of Pip's desire foreshadows his later pursuit of wealth and status, and the eventual disillusionment that comes with it. 2. Symbolism, the use of objects, characters, or events to represent abstract ideas or concepts. Example: Miss Havisham's decaying wedding dress. Analysis: The dress symbolizes her frozen moment in time, her inability to move on from her past heartbreak. Third irony, a literary device where the outcome of a situation is contrary to what is expected. Example: Pip's benefactor turns out to be the convict he once helped. Analysis: This ironic twist highlights the unexpected turns of fate and the complex nature of human relationships. Fourth, Bildungsroman, a novel that focuses on the psychological and moral development of a protagonist. Analysis: The entire novel is a Bildungsroman, tracing Pip's journey from a young, innocent boy to a mature, understanding man. 5. Social commentary, a literary technique used to expose and criticize societal issues. Analysis: Dickens uses the novel to critique the rigid class structure of 19th century England, exposing the hypocrisy and inequality of the society. 6. Gothic elements, characteristics of Gothic literature, such as mystery, suspense, and supernatural elements. Example: The mysterious and decaying Saddis house. Analysis: The Gothic elements, such as the eerie atmosphere and supernatural hints, contribute to the suspenseful and atmospheric quality of the novel. 7. First-person narration, a narrative perspective where the story is told from the point of view of a character within the story. Analysis: The first-person narration allows readers to experience the story through Pip's perspective, providing a more intimate and subjective viewpoint. 8. Flashback, a literary device that interrupts the chronological flow of a narrative to present past events. Analysis: Dickens employs flashbacks to reveal crucial information about Pip's past, such as his encounter with Magwitch, enriching the narrative. Ninth, metaphor, a figure of speech that compares two unlike things without using like or as. Example, my heart was heavy and my sight was dim. Analysis. This metaphor conveys Pip's emotional state, suggesting that his heart is burdened with sorrow and his vision is clouded by despair. 10th. Simile, a figure of speech that compares two unlike things using like or as. Example, he was as silent and as dark and as mysterious as the night. Analysis. This simile creates a vivid image of Magwitch, emphasizing his enigmatic and threatening nature. 11th, personification, a figure of speech that gives human qualities to non-human things. Example, the wind was a torment to me. Analysis. This personification highlights the harsh and unforgiving nature of the environment, emphasizing Pip's vulnerability. 12. Alliteration, the repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of words. Example, the cold, cruel, crawling winter wind. Analysis, the repetition of the C sound creates a sense of coldness and discomfort, reflecting the bleakness of the setting. 13. Onomatopoeia, the use of words that imitate sounds. Example, the wind howled and whistled. Analysis, the onomatopoeic words create a vivid auditory image of the stormy weather, enhancing the atmosphere. 14. Hyperbole, a figure of speech that uses exaggeration for emphasis. Example, I was so frightened that I could hardly breathe. Analysis, the exaggeration emphasizes the intensity of Pip's fear, making the scene more dramatic. 15th, juxtaposition, the placement of two contrasting ideas or images side by side. Analysis, Dickens juxtaposes the stark contrast between Pip's humble origins and his aspirations for a life of luxury, highlighting the social and economic disparities of the time. A critical analysis of Great Expectations. Charles Dickens' Great Expectations is a poignant exploration of themes like social class, ambition, and morality. The novel delves into the psychological and moral development of its protagonist, Pip, as he navigates the complexities of his desires and the societal expectations placed upon him. One of the central themes in the novel is the corrupting influence of wealth and social status. Pip's newfound wealth, derived from a mysterious benefactor, leads him to neglect his humble origins and the people who truly care for him. His obsession with social climbing and material possessions blinds him to the true values of life, such as love, loyalty, and compassion. Through Pip's experiences, Dickens critiques the superficiality of the upper class and the destructive power of unchecked ambition. Another significant theme is the importance of human connection and empathy. Despite Pip's initial arrogance and self-absorption, he eventually learns the value of genuine relationships. His bond with Joe Gargery, his loyal and kind-hearted friend, serves as a constant reminder of the importance of human connection. Through his interactions with various characters, Pip gradually develops a deeper understanding of empathy and compassion. The novel also explores the concept of identity and self-discovery. Pip's journey is one of self-transformation, as he sheds his materialistic desires and embraces his true identity. His encounter with Miss Havisham, a tragic figure who is trapped in the past, highlights the destructive power of unfulfilled expectations and the importance of letting go of the past. Dickens's masterful use of symbolism and imagery enhances the novel's thematic depth. The decaying Satis house, for example, symbolizes the decline of the aristocracy and the inevitable passage of time. The marshes of Kent, on the other hand, represent the harsh realities of life for the working class. Conclusion. In conclusion, Great Expectations is a captivating exploration of the human condition, delving into themes of social class, ambition, love, and redemption. Through Pip's transformative journey, Dickens masterfully portrays the complexities of human nature and the enduring power of human connection. The novel's vivid characters, intricate plot, and timeless themes continue to resonate with readers, making it a classic of English literature.